And where was that definition of infallibility infallibly defined by a pope or by a council prior to the days of Honorius?
It wasn't. It doesn't have to be.
Okay. Now, so Honorius was personally a heretic?
Personally a heretic? What do you mean by personally?
Did he teach monothelitism?
He taught that Christ had one will.
So is that a heretical view?
That's a heretical view.
So the Pope can be heretical, but it is your position that by some means he will be prevented from teaching officially his heresy.
Right.
So are all the popes actually believers?
Are all the popes? I don't know. Some could, some couldn't be. I don't know.
So it's possible for the vicar of Christ to be an unbeliever?
Possible, yeah.
So that's an interesting view. Now, in regards to Honorius's condemnation by the Sixth Ecumenical Council, they did say, did they not, that Honorius taught the church this?
Honorius taught the church this?
Taught monothelitism.
They said he wrote a letter to Sergius that Christ had one will, and that doctrine of one will was held by other people like Cyrus and Pyrrhus and a few other people that they condemned with Honorius. Whether they said it was a teaching for the whole church or not, no, they didn't say that.
Did they not say, quote, that Satan had, quote, actively employed them in raising up for the whole church the stumbling blocks of one will and one operation?
Yeah, but it doesn't say that he taught the whole church. It says that he was raised up, and if he wasn't taken out of the way, he could have taught that error, but they don't use the word teach there.
So exactly how is it that the phrase actively employed them in raising up for the whole church, what does that mean if it doesn't mean they taught individuals this belief?
Because he didn't bind anybody to his teaching.
So because he didn't use a specific term saying you are to be bound by this, then a person who read Honorius's letter in that day would notice the lack of these words and therefore go, oh, this is not really a binding teaching of the Bishop of Rome?
That's what the Sixth Council said to us. I read that for you, and that's what Agatha said. That's what the Emperor said. That's what Leo II said. They said that Honorius did not have these criteria, and therefore they could condemn him.
So are all the popes actually believers?
Are all the popes? I don't know. Some could, some couldn't be. I don't know.
So it's possible for the vicar of Christ to be an unbeliever?
Possible, yeah.
So that's an interesting view.